大家好，Genshanisha Womedin Shangna. Awoja Engineer Lands. Today I want to take you through the standing seam wood roofing, where we use roofing nails instead of screws to hold the iron sheets on the roof. Contact me on 076834437 while looking for a reliable roofing service or any general construction service. We are there for you, for me, for us. In degrees, standard roof pitches are between 14.0 degrees and 36.37 degrees. But the pitch angle formula is always equal to the arcatan. Those who remember the mathematics and the physics, arcatan, that means the rise divided by the run. However, the results that are got from the arcatan are always converted to degrees from radians, because when we are dealing with arcatan, the tan, we always get our results in radians, so we always convert from radians to degrees so as to achieve accuracy and simplify our work. For example, a 4x12 roof pitch will indicate the roof rise by 4 inches vertically for every 12 inches horizontally. So, for learning purposes, always remember that commonly a roof pitch will be from 0, that is flat, to 12 or 45 degrees. So the pitch of a roof here is determined by two numbers. That is the rise, the rising numbers, the vertical figures. The vertical, for example, vertically we may have 4 or 6 or 5 or 4, depending on any vertical figure. Then horizontally we may have, for example, 12 or 45 vertically, horizontally. So the pitch of a roof here is always determined by the two numbers as I've told you. If the roof like here is at a ratio of 6 to 12, it literally means that over the length of 12, the roof rises by 6 radians. For example, that is what we used on this building. So here, besides the roofing, we are now dealing with the ceiling. We are preparing the ceiling. We have used our timbers, and then you have to lay down so as to prevent wastage, because if you don't prepare for where the sand will fall, it will sand and mix with soil and it can't be used again. But when you put something down where it can fall and then you collect it and then reuse it, then it saves you from unnecessary cost. That's like I told you in the beginning that in Klans construction we do mind of cost scanning and management while constructing, because finances, money is not easy. Even while doing the roofing, you'll discover that if you don't calculate the angles properly, you'll have a very big number of the offcuts from the iron sheets. So you still have to be accurate so as to achieve results and be economical. Now, to calculate the required timber for a roof, determine the roof area, the roof pitch, and then the type of timber required. For example, you may need rafters, as you have seen or as you may see in this video. Then you may have the purlins and the trusses. Then you consider their spacing. After considering their spacing, there you can calculate the length and the quantity needed. For example, if you have a roof with a length of 30 feet and the width of 20 feet, that is 60 square feet. Here if you use rafters with 24-inch spacing, and each rafter is let's say for example 10 feet long, you will need the 10 rafters, that is 60 square feet by 24 inches spacing. Total rafter length needed will be 10 rafter by 10 feet rafter, which is equal to 100 feet. But always remember to add a 5% waste factor so as to avoid the unnecessary encumbrances. For example, 100 feet by 1.05 will give you an answer of let's say 105 feet. However, for accuracy still, you need to interpret the plan properly or the blueprints. Then always you can consult me for technical aspects or any other nearby professional so as to avoid unnecessary mistakes. But in the modern roofing world today, as you can see here, mostly in Uganda, Africa, the roof angles are violated so as to attain a high pitch angle, which attracts a better exterior view. So this is good, but it follows an increase in the roofing materials needed and exposes the roof to wind effects negatively in the case of areas which experiences heavy winds. But like any other engineer, even me, I use a protractor to measure angles. This roof, as you can see it, I used 65 pieces of 6x2, which are acting as tie beams. And for learning purposes, a tie beam is a horizontal structural member typically found at roof level that connects and stabilizes vertical